What's up, everybody? So transom saver is one of those critical items that you need to use on a boat. One of these big long metal thing runs from the trailer up to the motor. What this does is supports the weight of the motor with the trailer, takes the pressure off of the transom, so the weight of the motor hanging off the transom, bouncing down the road, is not pulling on that transom. More often than not, if you've got cracks or damage in a transom, you haven't had some sort of serious accident and hit something, it's because of towing a boat without a transom saver, especially when you're running big outboard motors like this that are heavy. So I'm going to put mine back on here. That runs from the lower unit of the motor to the trailer. Got a bungee cord here around it, and that takes the pressure off of the transom, puts it on the back end of the trailer, keep from tearing up the transom of the boat. So the problem with most transom savers is they're made out of that square aluminum tubing. Once you've used them a number of times, that aluminum tubing starts to break from the force of trimming the motor down onto that transom saver. That tubing will break out. A lot of times you go in, cut a few inches of it off, drill a new hole, get it working again. Usually once you've broken it once and cut it off, you usually can't do it a second time because it gets too short. And my experience using boats a lot, as much as I fish as a guide, those aluminum square tubing transom savers would last me about 6 months. This transom saver here is made by a company called Extreme Max. And the difference between this and most of those other transom savers that you'll find is that this is made out of steel. Rather than being made out of aluminum, when you trim that motor down, it cracks, comes apart like all the other ones do. This one being made out of steel, you don't have that problem. This transom saver that I'm running here on this boat here that you can see, it's got a lot of wear and tear on it. I think I've been running that for 7 years, maybe 8 years. Every time I swap boats out, get a new Pro Cat, I move this over to the new one. This is hands down the absolute best transom saver I have ever used. I don't have any affiliation with this company at all whatsoever. They didn't give me this. They've never given me anything before. It's just a great product, and it's saved me a ton of money over the years. I'll put a link down below to where you can get these. Make sure you're running a transom saver on your boat, and if you're having problems with tearing these up, check this one out before you buy the next one. It really doesn't cost much more than the cheaper aluminum ones, and it's going to last you a whole lot longer.